So tonight I am really excited about our speaker. We've done a lot of different things over the last 18 months on different type of topics, but one of the things that is so important is that we move, that we exercise, and that we take care of what I consider our temple, right? And so many times, the best time to do that, and we see a increase in the enrollment, is in January. But we all know that about 80% don't even start their New Year's resolutions. And by end of February, we're probably down to maybe 5 to 10% of the people who are actually staying with it. So we have asked Dewayne Malone to come and visit with us about just that. What is physical fitness? What is required? And maybe he just gives you that extra motivation to get back at the gym again. So about Dewayne, he has been training professionally since 2003, and you can correct me if this information is wrong, but competing as a bodybuilder since 2006. All natural. One of the other reasons I know, right? Why we really love him. And he's been promoting his own fitness show since 2010. So he's been doing this for some time now. Starting his company Against All Odds Fitness in 2005, Dewayne has trained thousands of clients and helped countless amounts of people change their lives, eventually expanding to online training, offering motivational fitness apparel, as well as Houston's top personal trainer. He's been seen on TV, specifically KW39, Channel 11, Fox 26, and ABC 13, and the Live Well Network. He is definitely passionate about what he does, and he believes not only in fitness, but also nutrition, as well as positive mental attitude. And I've gotten to know him for the last, I don't know, we've been working together for 6-8 months now, and he truly is what Transformation likes to call one of our transformational practitioners. So with that, Dewayne, want to come on up and share with us? Magic.
So first of all, I'd like to thank you all for having me. So I always enjoy these opportunities to express my opinion about how I feel about health and fitness. So definitely, if you have any questions throughout the process, feel free to ask any questions. No such thing as a dumb question. There's a lot of different ways you can get in shape, and everybody has their own method of what they feel is more effective for them. So also in a slide, we'll have a video plan, a transformation of one of my clients, and there'll be other videos of just everyday individuals that came into the gym at one point, was down at their rock bottom before they became the best version of themselves. And that's what today's slideshow is pretty much all about, is what steps can you do to be the best version of yourself. So, you know, by the show of hands, I know everyone in here is pretty much well educated about health and fitness, but it comes down to just applying it and being consistent to be the best version that you can be. So a lot of individuals in here are helping, changing lives and helping people on a daily basis, which is phenomenal. But the question asked is, are you doing the same for yourself? Are you being the best version that you could be? And I'll break down a little bit more detail about myself, because it's all going to add up into the journey about what everyone says they're too busy. That's one of the biggest reasons people can't go to the gym, is everyone says they're busy. And so I'll just give you a little background about myself. We broke down some of it. I'm the CEO and founder of Against All Odds Fitness, which is a private company here in Houston that's transformed many lifestyles. And I've been blessed to be able to run that out of the gym that I also am one of the owners of, Houston Next Level Fitness, which is a gym here located in West University area. And I'm also a husband. I've been married for 20 years, a father of 4 teenagers. I have 3 teenage daughters, 18, 16, and 14 are my daughters, and my son is 13. I'm also a mentor. I'm a retired 4-time natural bodybuilder world champion. Did it all just off of basic enzymes and over-the-counter supplements, meaning no steroids, no growth hormones, no pro-hormones, no prescription diuretics, just good old-fashioned nutrition, cardio, or whatnot. I'm a mentor, an entrepreneur, supplement line. Here's another one of my company's inventions as far as the zinc plate, which is great if you don't have a membership. And so my supplement line, there's also memberships for my gym. Anyone interested will waive the fee. But bringing all that to attention as a trainer is show I'm busy too. As a father that's trying to build companies and raising children, I found time to make sure that I'm being the best version that I could be, so my clients, I could continue to push and challenge them. And that's what today's slideshow is about. If I could help one person in here change their life and make one step to move forward, whether it's an individual in the room or someone that's watching live on Facebook, then I know I've done my job for the day. There's a lot of myths out there. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. And so I'm just going to apply the things that I believe that have worked extremely well for myself and my clients here in Houston, as well as online clients all over the United States and overseas. And so definitely this goes back. I'm originally from Kansas City, Kansas. I moved down here to Houston in 1999. And I've been working out nonstop literally since I've been 10 years old. That's just a little background about myself. I had an older brother. He asked me to spot him. I joined in and just never stopped. So these results didn't come overnight. But, you know, it's an ongoing journey. So from 10 years old to 40 years old, it's been 30 years. And it's still trying to find a different way to push and challenge myself and lead by example. And so this is just an award from SCI Management. I fly around with them to teach their top employees just some of these basic things about how to be the best version that you can be, doing what's going to work for you. Proper nutrition, enzymes, supplements are some things that I believe everyone should use in order for them to be the best that they could be. And we'll go into some of those, and we went into that. I've done live episodes on ABC, Fox, Live Well Network, Channel 11, with various different age groups. The major components, a lot of people when they start their New Year's quote resolution, you know, they've been out for years and they look in the mirror and all they see is the ending results. This is what they're looking for. They forget that there's a process along the way where you have to start. And some people never start. And they never start because they don't want anyone to see them starting from the bottom. They're so busy worried about what someone else thinks that they're slowly falling behind and allowing their health to just get worse and worse and making it harder and harder. The body weight's not going to wait for no one. It's just going to steady keep accumulating. So we want to go over some of the proper components here, which is nutrition, exercise, supplementation, and professional assistance to all try to make this a lifestyle and not a diet. And so what we have here, I just have some of my clients that, you know, they love sharing their pictures. They were happy with their transformations. But the thing that all these individuals have in common is they all started from the very bottom, from a place they never thought they would be. And they had to make their mind up to put all these components together that we're going over in order to be the best version that they could be. Various different fitness professionals, as well as this young lady was an engineer, single mom, so I just like to read. School teacher, different people, another school teacher, Dr. Ofan Solomon said she was in a line at HEB and they had asked her when would she due. But the thing was, she said she was not pregnant. So that was her wake-up call of saving people's lives every day as a doctor, helping people, but at the same time, not finding time to take care of her own personal health and be an example for her children. And I do know that there are some people out here watching on Facebook or possibly in this room alone that you have to be selfish and find that me time. You can't just take care of everyone and put business and money first and not give yourself time for yourself. And so also, and I could just go on and on, Sylvia Martinez, HPD officer, you know, she wanted to struggle, she wanted to go with build muscle. You know, a lot of challenges you deal with in these Houston streets. And so, and I'm showing you these pictures because everyone's different and everyone's situation is different. And it's all about being the best version that you can be. Women well over their 50s, guys that just looking to lose weight and never thought that they could. And so those are different people. Also promote natural fitness competitions. So sometimes I'll challenge an individual just to do something different, to step outside their comfort zone. Once they reach one goal and knock down another one, something just to keep challenging them. Because the body, there's no limitations to what the body can do with nutrition, professional assistance, enzymes, and supplementation. So there's different individuals in these pictures, all career-driven individuals. Jordan here suffered at the age of 23 from high blood pressure and whatnot. I could go on and on and on and on. And he applied just some of the basic principles that we all believe in, far as with supplementation, nutrition, basic nutrition, finding a balance of what works for you. He was able to get his blood pressure in line, get his body fat down, and start his own health and fitness journey to help and save others. And Amisha Skinner is a chef and another HPD officer. And her thing was, she was just woke up and was just tired of being overweight, not feeling well, and wanted to push herself to be the very best that she could be. And so those are the individuals that didn't mind if I shared their pictures. So everyone's not trying to do competitions, or no, everyone's not doing sports, but it's still all about, you have to ask yourself, are you doing the best and trying to be the best that you can be, and not trying to compete with the individuals next to you or the individuals that's on your social media. And so definitely the power of positivity, just being positive about the little stuff. Most individuals, they've been out when they want to come and start the New Year's resolution, they want it right now. But you've been out for a long time. Just be positive about all the little stuff that you do, the baby steps. All the baby steps add up to big steps. And it's a process where it sounds so cliche, but you must literally trust the process. It's a journey. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And as you grow older, the body is going to keep changing. The first component that we're going to go over, which is one I feel is one of the most important, which is nutrition. And there's a lot of different ways about nutrition, and it's all about just finding out what works for you. There's tons and tons of different diets or whatnot, and these are some of the things that the individual could have go wrong with them with poor nutrition. And so just to get everyone engaged, would someone mind reading some of the checked off items on here?
Diabetes, heart disease, blood pressure, or high blood pressure, heart attack, stroke, GI disorder.
And those are just some of the small things you could have go wrong with you with poor nutrition, which we all know. So maybe some of these things are not going on with you, but by the show of hands, can anyone raise their hand if they don't know anyone that has any of these symptoms? I didn't think so. I've been doing these for 7-8 years, traveling over the US, and I have yet to have someone raise their hand. Because if it's not you, it's definitely someone in your family or someone you associate with that has some of these things going on. And some of these things could be avoided with just moving a little more and just simple nutrition. And this is a video of one of our clients, Jesse.
My name is Jesse. I'm 33 years old. I'm overweight.
Get on the scale, son. Get off the scale.
I've struggled with my weight my whole life. I would never eat right. I was telling myself that it was okay because I can eat fast food. This is a great way to gain some weight. I'll just work it out and turn it into muscle. Going into college, I felt like, I wanted to lose some weight. I heard there was a lot of talk about supplements. So my supplement of choice was a weight loss pill that contained ephedrine, and it worked. It worked really good for me. I lost 30 pounds. Anytime you lose weight, you hear a lot of compliments. It makes yourself feel good. So for me, I made the right choice. Once I got off, my cravings started to come back. I started eating the same foods I was eating before, the fast foods, these chain restaurants. And then I hit 21. I was going out constantly, drinking 6 days a week. And a lot of those days consisted of going out to eat. That takes a toll on your body because I'm not working out after I eat these meals. I'm going straight to bed. I ballooned to 315 pounds. I remember at one of my old jobs, they had a scale for the heavy equipment, and I was able to register on that heavy equipment at 315 pounds. With the eating habits that I do have, I can continue to go down this path, or I can try to make a change.
My name is Dewayne Malone. I'm a body transformation specialist. I'm also a 4-time national bodybuilding world champion.
I know it'll be hard because I've never done this before. Never trained like this before. I've always done everything on my own, working out, trying to eat right, reading articles. But I feel that just like anything else, you want an expert. You want somebody that's going to be able to show you the right way, train you the right way. Why not go to the best in Houston?
The journey's not easy. It takes dedication, commitment. It takes heart. It's time to transform your life. Against all odds, fitness, no excuses.
So today's the day I go in for my assessment. I'm kind of nervous. It's going to be quite a journey. So, we'll figure it out.
So I always keep Jesse as part of the PowerPoint, just to keep people woke, give them something to watch, something to do. But at the same time, some of you could relate with some of the issues that he may have. Or if maybe it's not you, maybe it could be your significant other, or someone in your family who you could help. And so definitely part of his situation is not moving enough. And it's kind of real simple, calories in versus calories out. A lot of people are eating too much and not moving enough, and some individuals are not just making the right choices of some of the things that they are eating. And this is just an example of changes in calorie intake throughout the last couple of years. You can kind of have an idea. The good thing is we have a lot of healthcare professionals in the room, so you all are definitely familiar with this situation. I have quite a few healthcare professionals as clients, so I do know you could be missing some of these components as well too, and not doing them all to be the best version that you could be. Just a little difference of calorie counts from local restaurants in Houston. It's rodeo season, so it's a lot going on, there's a lot to eat, there's a lot to drink. There's always a lot to do in Houston, period. Little cheesecake.
Well, we're just
Macaroni and
commenting,
cheese.
Smoothie King, you think is
People think
healthy,
it's
but look how
healthy.
many calories are
Yeah.
in there.
And so that's what this is all about, just You'll be surprised. Some individuals, they just don't know. And they get their total amount of calories in one day.
That's what I get at the Cheesecake Factory when I go.
Cheesecake Factory?
I was like, oh no.
So this just kind of gives you an idea of what you're dealing with. Portion distortion. Everything's bigger in Texas, right? Especially here in Houston. Just basic bagels, things that individuals have in the morning, the size that it was 20 years ago to the size that it is today. These companies are in business to stay in business. To make money, you don't make money, you can't stay in business, you have to keep the customer happy. So they're going to give you more because they want you to keep coming back spending your money. So, you know, it's not their fault if you eat the whole thing. They're not in charge of that, but you are in control of what you put in your mouth and the choices you make. French fries, we could go on and on about the service size today. You want to just enjoy watching a movie with your significant other or with the children. The movie's good, before you know it, you done ate the whole tub of popcorn. And it just shows the difference in calories, how they slowly add up. Again, here's another comparison chart with portion and size changes that some individuals just not aware of. They're just not aware of. And all these things slowly accumulate and they slowly add up. You know, you're just thinking you're just doing a little bit. You know, there's 4 weeks and a month on the average, and then 365 days in a year. You just keep doing little by little. 2, 3, 4, 5 years add up, and before you know it, there are quite a few sizes where you're not comfortable with. In Houston, it gets very hot, so you know there won't be no hiding in Houston. Wine. Just a little glass of wine. A lot of people like to have a glass of wine and wind down at the end of the night. You know, 2 glasses. Anybody here had 2 glasses of wine yet? Every little bit adds up. Beer, wine. I don't even know why we're talking about alcohol. No one in here drinks, right?
Much.
Okay. Not too much. Vodka, gin. It's trying to give all individuals a breakdown of calories. Everything is all about calories. Calories in versus calories out is what we talked about at the beginning. You're having a good time mingling with others, exchanging numbers, talking about this and that, and before you know it, 1 drink, 2 drink, 3 drinks, 4. That's not count what you ate or what you did not eat. Overeating and not eating could be just as bad. Your body needs the following macronutrients every day for you to survive. Protein, carbohydrates, and fats. All been here long before all of us. So why would you start taking them out of your daily calories? All these diets, all these myths, all these fads, every so many months there's a new one, and people are quick to hop on them, quick to try them. Everybody wants that quick fix. Nobody wants to have the patience to put in the work, but every individual needs a correct amount of protein, carbs, and fat that's going to work well for their body. And so if you're having a diet with no carbs, it's going to lead to other issues. You're having a diet with no fat, it's going to lead to other issues. And when we're talking protein, it doesn't have to always be animal protein. And we'll go a little bit more into detail about that. 10 to 35% of your daily intake, in my opinion, should be protein. It gives you various different options. Like I said, it doesn't always have to be animal meat. You could get it in beans and lentils. The choice is totally up to yours. There is a rising thing going on, being a vegan, being a vegetarian. You know, it's going on. So I did it for 14 months. No cheese, no eggs, no fish, no meat. I wanted to see, is it really true? Do you lose lean muscle if you don't eat meat? It was not true. Did not lose any muscle. I felt real good. Skin was really dried up, glowing, clear. You know, I felt real good by getting my sources of protein other than animal meat. And so it's about finding out the proper amount of protein that's going to work for you. And what I find with most individuals that come into my gym, they're well over consuming their amounts of protein. We're talking about 6, 7, 8 ounces per serving. That's way too much in my opinion. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are not the enemy. They should be 45 to 65% of your daily intake. A lot of people will not eat carbs. I meet so many people on a normal basis that says carbs are bad for you. Doing exercise, carbohydrates are your primary source of fuel. And one of my favorite ones, your brain requires a continuous supply of carbohydrates for you to function. So why would you not eat carbs? It's not the carbs that's doing the damage. It could be the amount of carbs or what you're putting into the carbs. And so we're not going to go heavy into detail, but we're just touching surface on a little bit of them all. Find your local nutritionist or whatnot, whoever you trust, to find out the proper amounts that your body needs. But definitely, I wanted to touch on carbs to realize every individual, you do need carbs in order for you to function. Carbohydrates, here's some example carbohydrates: potatoes, rice, oatmeal, quinoa, for those of you that looking for just some better choices to choose from. Moderation is still the key. Too much of anything is not good for you, and definitely you want to keep that balance. Healthy fats. Your body needs 20 to 35% of healthy fats as your daily intake. Fat prevents disease. You see everything that it does. It gives you some basic examples of some good fats: nuts, olive oil, avocados. Those are just some examples of some good fats that your body could really use. So definitely we want to make sure we went over protein, we went over carbohydrates, we went over fats. Those are some examples of some fats that may not be the best for you. And here's some of the benefits of some good fats. The body requires these to make tissue and hormones. They're a good source of energy. Good cholesterols, reduce high blood pressure. Those are all some of the benefits of just some healthy fats. More examples of fats: the average serving size for most individuals, 2 to 6 ounces possibly, depending on what your good daily intake may be. Here's some example for those of you that may not be into or interested in measuring your food. A lot of people will not. They don't want to give up. They don't want to give up that control. They want freedom to eat what they want, when they want, where they want, but they want A1 10+ results. Well, if you never trained your eyes, your mouth, and your stomach to consume the right amount by taking time out to measure your food and have portion control, then how would you ever know? You're just guessing. You're just eating whatever you want. Here are some basic examples that can help you make better choices and make sure you're not taking in too much or taking in too little. You could always do the hand thing. If you have big hands, you could probably afford to eat a big piece of meat. If you have a little bitty hand, you probably need a little piece of meat. Your body's not going to break all that down and take it where it needs to be. There's the thumb trick for those of you that feel you need to put butter on every single thing. You eat snacks, chips, crackers. This is just an example to help those just try to make better choices, because everyone is in control of the choices they make with nutrition. There's another example: people are visual. There's a good visual about what's good. So when you go to these restaurants and you see on the menu 8, 10, 12 ounce steaks, your body's not going to process all that. You have an option to cut it in half and leave it on the table, or take it with you. Again, like I said, business are in business to stay in business, so they have to have your service and your support in order to stay in business. So they will cook the food however you tell them to cook it. If you tell them you don't want these oils or this sauce on top, take it all, put it to the side, don't put it on there, I can guarantee they're going to make it the way you ask to make it because they want to keep your business. And so it's up to individuals to be more aware. And part of the big New Year's resolution crowd or the big drop-off is bad nutrition. Bad nutrition is a big component. The second component is exercise. And so a lot of people just not moving. And we can have different perspectives of what you think exercises are. You don't have to own a gym membership to exercise. Most people feel you have to own a gym. You have to have a trainer. Not true, and we'll go into some of that. Can I get some volunteers that mind reading some of the points we have today to keep you all engaged? Anybody?
Cognitive benefits of exercise. Improves executive function, can increase your IQ, increase your focus, increase your cognitive flexibility, give you more willpower, help you control your emotions, sharpens your short-term memory, helps your long-term memory, and makes you think faster.
I sure thank you for that. So by a show of hands, can anyone tell me that they couldn't use any of that? So it would make sense, right, for everyone to exercise, right? Improves your mood, improves your self-esteem, fights depression, reduces anxiety, relieves stress. Exercise makes your brain bigger, increases the birth of new brain cells, increases your energy, can help with ADHD, help with anxiety disorders, boost creativity. Think we all could use a little extra creativity? I've seen a lot of professionals here with their raising their hands. In a summary, exercise can be fun. At the end of the day, it's going to burn calories, boost your energy, promotes better sleep. Pretty sure we all could say we don't get enough sleep. So definitely exercise is a big deal. Reduces damaging inflammation, the growth of new brain cells. You can't beat that. Can exercise make you smarter?
Apparently, yeah.
Apparently. Well, there you have it. This is just walking. Just walking 20 minutes a day. You all had to walk to get here. You don't have to walk to get to that parking lot to get to your car. So that's just what exercise do just from walking. So just think if you took time out your day just to work out a little more. There's a lot of lifetime gym members in here. So just make sure you're using that membership. All right, Mr. Sanchez. Number one rule, I need you to get some better tennis shoes. So what we're going to do is the basics. I just want you to get in the habit of learning how to activate and fire your core. So now, what I'm going to have you do is you're going to get down in just a basic plank. Here. And it's not as high risk as sit-ups where it's going to hurt your back, strain your neck, or whatever. All the complaints people get for doing all the sit-ups. We're working our whole abdominal wall, our inner, outer pelvic hip muscles, our whole transverse abdominal, which is lower back. His lower back is probably weak and strained because all his weight is in his midsection, which is hanging over. And so therefore, he's probably having lower back issues. Most people with big bellies that are deconditioned, they have that. Excuse my language, but I'm being pretty blunt. We want to make sure our elbows are directly under our shoulders, that our elbows and our delt is lined, that our elbows and our wrists is in a line. So open that up a little more, roll your shoulders back, get our hip up. Nah, not yet. Here, here. Pull your belly button through, and let me hear you count out loud to 20 to make sure you're not holding your breath while you squeeze it. 1. Keep it tight. 3. Good, relax. Right now, we're gonna go with push-ups. See how many you can do in a minute.
Oh, it's a minute.
Come on. Right back up. Right back up.
Okay. It won't go up and get higher.
Good. 33. On your feet. 2, 1, squat. Yeah. Count them out every time you go down.
30. 29. 30.
Good. Back down to a plank. Everything I just witnessed from his first workout is typical decondition, but the good thing is you'll see some guys coming here due to decondition or just injuries. They can't even do a basic push-up. So he was able to complete all his sets of push-ups, the simple plank exercise, as well as an overhead squat. Back up. Back up. Come on. Let's go. We're back to push-up. Inhale, exhale. Up, 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 up. Good. 8 more. Come on. Push through it. 8. Come on. Let's go. Good. Walk it off. Get your breath. Well, you'd be surprised how people neglect the basic exercises, just doing the basic squat and push-up. Living life gets in the way, eating good, living good. Let's go. You talk to us about it while you're down in these planks. 2, 1. Good. Relax. When's the last time you ate? I haven't ate today. You haven't ate today?
I had a banana.
Me and Mr. Sanchez had this conversation already. You know you're supposed to eat. You want to try to give yourself no later than 30 minutes to allow your body to uptake the nutrients that you took in through the workout so your body can use it as fuel. Some people believe in working out fasting, doing cardio fasting on an empty stomach. Me personally, I believe it's a little bit more effective if you're able to put something in your body to break the fast where your body can use it as fuel. So Jesse is going to get a customized nutrition plan. He'll have to follow it, and then he'll make sure he'll have a pre and post workout meal and stay on top of that.
This is more than I've done. I don't work out for an hour.
Real basic, real simple. He probably wanted to play around. He knew we was filming his documentary. So that was nice. I got a big surprise for him. Fire him up for 2 more. Left side. Left. Back up. Get up. Nope. Head up. Butt down. Let's go. 4. No more acting now, Jesse. We working. So we had these little videos just to show just some basic exercise. You know, a squat, working your hamstring, your quad, your glutes, your core. And it doesn't cost anything to do this exercise. For all of you that say you don't have a gym membership, you don't want to pay for a gym membership, you don't want to pay for a trainer, you don't have time to go to the gym, you don't have time to work out, you all have to squat to get off the toilet. You have to squat to get up out the chair that you're in. You have to squat to get in that chair. So an individual's form of exercise and what one calls exercise and another is different, but these are basic exercises we've been doing since we've been little kids that they don't cost you a dime to do so. They don't cost you no time. You're squatting all day. All of you are going to have to squat to get out your chair. You're going to have to squat again to get in your car to make it home. So these are just simple things that you could do. Individuals have to find priority, put their priorities first, to have a little selfish, to have a little me time. So while you're taking care of everyone else, a body weight squat is a basic exercise. And for those of you that aren't familiar with squats, we can get up right now and do 5 squats above our chair. In and out, right above your chair. Yeah. Basic exercise. Looking straight ahead, shoulders back, feet neutral. Inhale as you're going down, exhale as you're coming up.
Yeah.
And it's that simple.
Oh, yeah.
45.
40. What did you hear? 40, 41.
If you do it with your heels on, you can do it with your heels off.
My first squats and heels. All right.
So you see how simple that was, how basic that was? So when we're talking about exercise, we're not talking about you necessarily have to go buy the biggest and most fancy gym membership in town, unless that's what you're into. And if you are, there's nothing wrong with that. There are some nice gyms in Houston. Definitely Houston Next Level Fitness is one of the best. But for those that say you don't have time, you have time. For those of you who say you don't have the money, this doesn't cost you a dime. Another basic exercise, as we had Jesse demonstrate in the video, a plank exercise, which is a very effective exercise, working your glutes, working your shoulders, working your abdominal wall, your inner outer pelvic hip muscle, your transverse abdominal. Is a great full body exercise. Again, that doesn't cost you a dime. You could do it at home. If you have little kids or you have pets, they love to hop on the floor, roll around with you, and they'll do them with you. And so it's a great exercise. So that's exercise number 2.
How long should you hold the plank?
Every individual is different. If you could only hold it for 1 second, that's okay. And then the next day, try for 2 seconds. And the next day, go for 3 seconds. And always remember, you're not competing against no one but yourself. And just focus on you. Each day, try to beat the time you had last. If you can't do it on your toes, do it on your knees. And then steady make a progression. If on your forearms and hands become too easy, there's another progression. You could lift your legs, or you could extend your arms. You could go on and on and on and keep challenging your body to do better. And most individuals' biggest problem is they're worrying about the individual next to them instead of just focused on being the best that they could be and realizing that you only have one body. You lose your job, you could get another. You get separated, you get divorced, you could bounce back and get another and a better one. But once you lose your health, it's a wrap. You're done. You don't get a second chance. Too many of us do not. Every now and then you meet some individuals who seem like they have 9 lives. They just keep making it, keep making it. But why will you put yourself through there when we just went over protein, we went over carbs, we went over fats, now we went over free exercises that don't cost you a dime to do. Squatting, walking, planking, and we've been doing this other one since elementary school. Push-ups, basic push-ups. You're probably gonna roll over and push up out the bed every morning. Push-ups doesn't cost you a thing. Another really effective exercise that's free. That's free. Shoulders, triceps, core, working it all, don't cost you anything. Numerous progressions. If you can't do push-ups again, start on your knees, start somewhere, and just try to progress each and every time. And don't worry about what someone else is doing. Again, we went over people's biggest reason of why they never even start doing New Year's resolution time is because they don't want individuals seeing them start from the bottom. They're so busy worried about who's looking at them, who's watching them. And other individuals that do start, they don't hang in there because they're trying to compete with everybody. So you took 5, 10, 15 years to screw up your body and you want to be in shape overnight in 1 month. Well, it doesn't work that way. It's a process, it's a journey. There's numerous different things you could do. We're going over basic exercises to show you don't have to be at a gym unless that's something you choose to. You don't have to have a personal trainer unless that's something you choose to have. Enzymes, supplementation, you know, that's a whole separate presentation in itself. So to get heavily deep into that, what I would say is find your local company or individual who you trust, who you believe in, and sit down with them and have them break it down for you. And so there's a lot of bad stuff out there, as well as there's some really good stuff out there. It's just all about finding the right stuff. It's a $1 billion business, so everybody's trying to make a buck. Everyone don't have integrity and honesty. But in order for you to be the very best version that you truly want to be, you can't get around getting there without supplements and enzymes. It doesn't matter how healthy you eat, you're not going to get enough sleep. So supplementation, enzymes are going to be a part of your goal, no matter what it may be. And that's the third big component right there is supplementation. Professional assistant. Professional assistant is someone that's going to help educate you, push you, challenge you. If you're nervous, if you're intimidated with the gym, someone that's going to make sure you're doing it right, you're doing it correctly. Someone that's trying to challenge you to push you out your comfort zone. So you don't just do bare minimum only just to say you've done it, unless that's your only choice. But for those of you who really want to get better, professional assistants, there's trainers everywhere. An individual may not have to be a trainer. They could be a co-worker, someone that's going to help hold you accountable. They could be your significant other. Say your significant other at home is not into fitness, they're not into health, they're not into self-improvement. Well, guess what? You can't wait for them. Because in order for you to be the best version that you could be to your business, to your employees, to your children, to your wife, to your husband, you have to take care of you. So if you're not doing what you can do to be the very best you can be, then how are you going to help others be the very best that they can be? So there has to be some selfish time. And professional assistant is just for those that feel lost. They feel they don't have no direction, they don't know what to do. Then you could Google someone to lead you along the way. So that's another big thing, New Year's resolution. No one knows how to find a good trainer. A good trainer probably should be in shape. They should have a testimonials, not a testimonial, but testimonials of working with different individuals of different age groups, male, female, young, old. And also another good way of finding a trainer is join up at your local gym or fitness center and just do cardio and watch how they interact with their other clients. So if they're on the phone goofing off with a client, they'll probably do the same thing to you. And you may not want to work with that individual. If they're on Instagram or Facebook, when a client's paying for their time to be trained, that's one way of finding a fitness professional. You should be able to Google people nowadays. You could Google and you'll find a lot about their track record, about the individuals they work with. And so those are other ways you could find a good trainer, someone to hold you accountable, to push you and challenge you if you feel lost and you feel you don't know what direction to go, or you just feel you reached a plateau. So all of you are extremely good at what you do in your profession. So why not just have one less thing to worry about? If you're struggling with supplementation, with enzymes, with nutrition, with fitness, then go to someone that does it on a regular basis. That's their specialty. And that's one less thing you have to rack your mind about. Fitness could be fun. Make it a lifestyle. You have pets, you have children, significant others, doing them together, walking in the park, catching up on conversation, whether it's before work, after work, doing lunch, doing a midday break. You have to find a way. If it's doing those basic sit-ups, push-ups, and planks that we just went over, you can do that in the privacy of your own office or cubicle, whatever it is, or wherever that you're located. You just want to get it done. Working out doesn't have to be 2 hours. It doesn't have to be 1 hour. All those individuals that was at the beginning of the slideshow only worked out for 30 minutes. A workout could be 10 minutes. It's whatever time you have. You just maximize that time and go as hard as you can and be consistent. That's the key. Everybody read that at once?
Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live.
Well, today is a big day. We had less than 100-day challenge, 99 days to see how far Jess could get it. Today's a big day where we're going to check out his measurement, check out his progress, see how many push-ups he did within 60 seconds. Last time he started at 33 and he was struggling just to do a basic plank. So not only will we take his measurements, we're going to see how far his fitness level increased. So it's more than just losing body fat, and the weight off the scale is how much active can he become. There he is.
I guess to reveal, this is the shirt I got to put on now. Dewayne gave it to me and told me I need to wear this whenever I lose the weight.
Well, he couldn't fit it at first. Yeah. Same exact jeans, same exact shirt.
Going back to the 90s.
Let's see where you at. 246 from 279, that's about 33 pounds. That's about 11 pounds a month. 11 pounds every 33 days. So let's check the inches, see what's important. Looking at about 18. Chest, face the mirror. Place both arms out to the side. Reach it right. You place this across your chest line. 43. Right there. Hey, wait. 23. Right there, you see that? That's like a whole sausage. Let's see how much it is. 35.
Really right here, for a lot. Look at this. I feel like Jared prior to 2014.
Your weight, 279. Your neck, 16 3/4 down to 15. Chest, lats, 45 and a half, 43. Waist, 44 and a 5, 45 and a half, 37 and a half. So that was the biggest margin. That's the most important. That's the foundation of your body. Hips, 44 and a half, 40 and a half.
Cool.
So total, if you add up everything that we measured, everything that we pinched, we're looking at 101, down to 68. So that's good. So now we'll just go through some of the basic exercises that you struggle with and see where you're at. Push-ups. Let's go with some basic push-ups. See how many. Last time you did 33 in 60 seconds. Ready? Begin. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 8, 9, 70, 71. Time. 72. Let me write that down. Trying to motivate and inspire somebody out there. Let's show them how far you come. Make it a little challenging for him. He's coming up on 5 seconds upon his first 60 seconds. So after this, he's gonna start counting. Ready? Let's go. Count it out.
1, 3, 4, 5.
245.
What about the rest of it?
250. Oh, he'll be all right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then see there, he just stopped for the hell of it. He could have kept going. But that's what people don't see, minus the circumference measurements, the caliper, body fat pinches, the scale weight. You can't see the one thing that I'm most proud of him for. That's his overall fitness improvement. His intensity, his form, his technique, his work ethics. You know, all of that I watch come full circle and make a complete 360-degree turn. Just as in any transformation contest, we had a little bumpy start at the beginning with nutrition and with the cardiovascular, but during that whole process, he was nailing the workouts. He was getting better. He was steady improving. And so now he's stronger, faster, and he's a much healthier version. Yeah. I'm almost CrossFit pull-ups, but I'll take them. You went from 2 to 12. I'll take it. Hey Ricky, let's put them on that. Because you couldn't even do squats by yourself. And we'll show them the difference of how much better shape you got in. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, ready, squat jumps. Let's go. Come on, pick it up. 4, 3, 2, 1, good. So that just goes to show his hard work, or how far he's come.
Yeah.
Or you gotta turn around and do it though, too, so they see the fit is in.
Oh.
Yeah. I must be the loco. Not bad. Anything is possible. Good work. If you believe in you, you can make it happen. You will personally find a way. There was nothing fancy. He wasn't in the gym swinging weights around for 1 hour and 30 minutes, which most people feel you have to. He did eat carbs. He did eat tortillas. He did eat fruits. He did eat vegetables. I mean, he enjoyed life. He enjoyed the finer things of what he liked, and it can be done, and you don't have to believe that it has to be something crazy and extreme to make it happen. No, that's it. I mean, he's not done yet. So I tell him that our 99-day documentary is over, but we're not done. So tell him, don't disappear. Good work, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Looking good.
Helping me out, man. Get me on the right track. Dewayne, I appreciate everything you did for me, man.
All good, baby.
Yeah.
It's all fun. Something I love to do, something I have a passion for. Just as you could see, you saw 7 inches in the waistline. I keep repeating, but it's the most important area in the male, and you can't get it done without working your legs. At the same time, we cleaned up after ourselves. We racked the weight. We did cardio. We ate clean. We didn't do anything crazy. We did some body weight, some dumbbells, some machines. We did a little bit of everything. We mixed it all up in there, and we didn't have to lift weights for 2 hours. 30 minutes in and out. He showed you how it can be done. He watched his progression along the way, made a major change. If Jesse did it, I've done it, so can you. So that's just a basic client. Your body is the most priceless possession you have, so you want to take care of it. We all feel that we're busy, and we all feel that we don't have enough time. So it's about making priorities and doing basic stuff. Nutrition is basic. Protein, carbs, fat, fruit, and exercising could be just some of the simple things that we saw here, which is walking, planks, push-ups, squats. You don't have to have a membership unless it's something that you choose to do. And these little gadgets or whatever, they're everywhere in every store, all sorts of different things to choose from. Whatever it is that you're into, whatever it is that you're comfortable with. And so I always like to show Jesse in the PowerPoint just to give you an idea of someone that really did it. You may be able to relate to some of the problems that he had. Could be going on with you or someone in your household, but you know, that's a quick, small presentation today. So any questions about anything? Yes.
So some of the testimonials that you showed, the picture before and after,
Yes.
how long did you work with them?
Those average person, those transformations were done in 12 weeks.
12 weeks?
12 weeks. Yeah, and so Fox came through and shot some of them, ABC did, and Live Well Network did as well too. And some of those individuals, they may have did a competition or two just to hold them accountable, just to really push them. But the average person I work with, they transform in 12 weeks, and not all of them are looking to do competitions. Yes, ma'am.
What's involved in a competition?
Well, competition, you're just being scored. You know, you have an arena full of people that all are fitness to the extreme, and they all just love fitness to the extreme. You're being scored based off of symmetry, condition, muscularity. All depends on what category that you enter. but competitions are something extra just to motivate the individuals to step outside their comfort zone, just to prove a point to them that there's no limitations in what the body will do. All these individuals, they've reached one goal and knocked down one goal after the next, and they're looking around for something else to do before they fall off the wagon. And so I just give them something else to do to challenge and push themselves.
So it's like a posing?
It's different stuff for different people are supposed to do different things. There's modeling category, there's bikini categories. And I have a lot of people that work out with the people that do the competitions, but they choose not to get up there. Majority of my clients are just everyday people that just want to feel better, look better. Feeling better is priceless. You can't put a dollar on that. And who in the room, if you don't like compliments, raise your hands. I didn't think so. Everyone wants to feel better and look better. And it's just all about just competing against yourself. And most people that fall off doing New Year's resolution, they're trying to compete with someone else, or they're worried about what someone else is thinking. And that's the biggest reason why people fall off. So you can't be a novice or beginner fitness individual and you're comparing yourself to Susie you saw on Instagram or Big Ed you saw on Facebook. You know, you have to compete against the person you see in that mirror and be honest with yourself and realize that if you want to be the best version for all the individuals that believe in you, you owe it to yourself to be the best version of yourself that you can be. Yes, sir.
I'm French, and majority of the people in this country are overweight.
Yes, they are.
And this is not because they don't exercise, because if you go to Italy, for example, people eat pizza, and they are not overweight, they are like me. This is the quality of food we eat in this country.
Yes.
This food we eat in this country is deadly. In particular, fast food, very, very bad.
Yes.
And I'm an MD, and I tell you, it's very, very bad.
No, you are correct. And fast foods are open 24 hours a day.
Exactly.
And you know, individuals are controlled if they choose to drive through that line, place that order, and make that choice. So they're trying to do what's quick, what's convenient, and we try to touch bases on a few things.
You agree with me, this is the food?
Yes, I do agree with you. Nutrition is 80% of it. That's why it's the first thing that we touch bases on. You can work out all you want, you can't outwork a bad nutrition plan. But they all go hand in hand together. All 5 components, all major components work hand in hand together. Nutrition being number 1, resistance exercise, whatever that may be, in a gym or in the privacy of your own home. Supplementation and enzymes is a major part. Cardiovascular, those are the 4 big ones. And then if you even want to go a step higher, professional assistance, which is really finding someone you trust and believe in that can really challenge you and hold you accountable.
Dwayne, I heard that you said something about injuries. So do you work with people that are coming back from injuries as well? Because I know one of the things that happens is something will happen, bad knee, shoulder, and they'll quit working out altogether in the mindset that, well, I'm injured. But I think I heard you say something about modifying. So do you work with people that are coming back from things?
Every single exercise can be modified. And with most individuals, this is all mental. It's all mental. So most people that are injured, they become mentally defeated and they choose to give up and they're harder on themselves. So sometimes it's also not about the external, it's about internal, about coaching them through and getting them to believe in just the little stuff and not so much, like I said before, with all this social media, people are caught up into what other people are doing and then they immediately feel that they can't do it or put themselves down. So it's a big distraction when they're looking at people, Photoshop pictures, or you're comparing yourself to someone. You don't know if this individual took some sort of drugs or had some sort of surgeries. I mean, I've trained and I work with everyone, people that drink gasoline if they think it's going to make them leaner, and people that had from butt injections to tummy tucks to this and that, and now this other individuals is comparing their lifestyle to this individual, and now they feel, well, I can't look like that, so I'm just not going to do it. Well, you don't need to look like that. How about you just focus on being the best that you could be? And like I said before, if you can't do a push-up, start on your knees. If you can't do a plank on your forearms, start on your knees. Always remember, no matter where an individual is, whether it's fitness, business, or whatever, everyone had to start somewhere. And that's what people always forget. They just, when they look in the mirror, all they see is the ending, is the results. That's what they're looking for. But you gotta remember, there's a whole journey. There's different levels. There's a reason why there's level 1, 2, and 3 before you get to 10. And so different levels, and just focus on you.
Well, I have been to Dwayne's gym, and I can tell you that the people there are all ages.
Yes.
What is the oldest?
82.
82.
Oldest active. I had a lady that was 92. She had pneumonia and had to quit. But I have a guy that's 82. And I have several women in their late 60s. And they will outwork any 30-year-old woman around.
And
They've done that
it's
by
a
hard
good
work.
balance. He's got cardiovascular, which we went to a conference, and the cure for Alzheimer is cardiovascular. He said,
Yes.
sign him up for a pair of tennis shoes. That's what the prescription should be. But so your gym is. And so do come up and check out his things, because he does this gym. You walk in, sometimes his pictures might be intimidating here on how fit he actually is, but it truly is. I've been to the gym, and it's very comfortable. People of all walks. I'm super impressed with the 30-minute workout. How many days did Jesse do?
Jesse did 3 days a week, 30-minute
3
sessions.
days a week and 30.
All my clients do 30-minute sessions. Only about 5 or 10% are bodybuilders. They're just everyday normal people that want to feel better, look better, and at some point they probably get challenged too. But everyone started, they walked through the door, and they just want to feel better and look better. And ultimately I just keep finding a way to challenge them, to push them out their comfort zone, to realize that there's no limitations to what the body will do.
Awesome. And then he talked about the competition, which I asked him, spectators are welcome, and it's kid-friendly. So that is really cool too. So one of the things that he showed on the very first screen about him was believer and achiever. And I can honestly say, when you go into his center, you just feel that. They're very, very welcoming, very warm.
Yes, we do. It's a family-friendly atmosphere.
It's good. It's really, really good.
The dog's probably tied up outside. Kids could sit down. Kids are welcome at all corporate gyms. You know, you have to have a kids club that make you charge a lot of money, certain kids at a certain age. But no, fitness is for everyone. All ages, all sizes, all nationalities. We cater towards everyone. And we do have a special today. If anyone wants to join today, there's no sign-up fee. Other than that, anyone's more than welcome to come by and visit on me.
Awesome. So help me thank Dwayne.